Hello, everyone. It's Tuesdays with Tammy, and welcome also to my YouTube channel. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. Right now, per usual, I'm going to invite some friends and see who shows up. I hope everybody does. It's going to be a fun night, I think. I got a lot of stuff written in my notebook, but we'll see if you know how it goes. Because it's kind of organic, if you will. Anyway, how's your week going? If anybody's here yet, I don't know, because I can't see if anybody's here yet while I'm doing some inviting. So just hang tight with me. I don't know why it only gives me like certain people to ask, but it's really weird. Oh, I guess I could do a search. And I think I hear my husband coming in because he wasn't here when I started. Oh, hey, Tracy, you are there. And Lori Mandel, you're there. Lori, I sent you, and Gina, hey, how's it going? I sent you a text, and I posted on your Facebook page, and I hadn't heard from you, girl. Don't text me now because I left my phone over there. But I asked if you did any producing tonight, so do I need to get anything? I don't know. So I got one dog in here with me right now, and the rest may still want to come in. I don't know. Oh, my Lord, Seth, hey. Hey, Gina, thanks. I appreciate you saying you love Tuesdays with Tammy. It's pretty fun, even though last week was Tuesdays with Tammy, Wednesday edition. And as I explained last time, that's going to happen at least once a month, probably, that I can't do it on my regular Tuesday. So bear with me. I'll do it on another day if possible. Anywho, how's it going with everybody? See the hair? I will do some explaining about the hair because I know y'all are disappointed. I don't really care, but well, I'll go ahead and talk about it. If somebody's walking around and I don't know who it is, maybe it's my secret lover, or maybe it's my son. I don't know. I think it is. No. See, backwards. The weather, which I have loved. We got some rain, and it's been raining for like several days now. But today, of course, it got hot and humid, and ain't no fixing to this hair whenever it's humid, or humid as I like to say. So yeah, you just got to deal with this mess here. I didn't even wash it or nothing. It's got like some dry shampoo up in there and all that. So nothing to report on the home front. And I even like curled them again, and look how flat, they're flat as a footer. Hey, Siobhan. She came in just when I was talking about my hair. Anyway, yeah, so it's been raining, and I've loved that. Although my daughter's competition got canceled in Murray here. We had a local competition for the band, and it got canceled because of the rain, which was kind of a bummer. But what you gonna do? Can't have the kids get electrocuted, because of all the cords and stuff. However, they did win state last year on Carolyn's birthday, as a matter of fact. And it had been raining, it was muddy, it was gross, and they still won. So, but we got something coming up this week, and they were able to finagle something else in there. So in Clarksville, but that's a little town, Clarksville, Tennessee. It's right outside of Nashville. And I've heard several people say nothing good ever comes out of Clarksville. So, they do have a Target, even though it's very little. Well, anywho, got an exciting night tonight. We got our giveaway, and here's my little, hey, Lisa, yay, my new friend, Lisa. I'm glad she's in here. Lisa, do you want to be part of my Better Homes and Gardens year-long subscription giveaway? Because I'm giving it away tonight, and I got some names here in the little green bowl. If you want to be in it, I brought my pad, and I brought my pencil. Give me something to write on, man, in case somebody shows up tonight that wants to be a part of the giveaway that wasn't here last week. I'm assuming your heart. Does that mean you want to be in the giveaway, Lisa? Just say yes, I want to be in the giveaway or whatever. But if you don't worry about commenting. So, anywho, oh yeah, she says yes. So let me write her right now before I forget. and put her in the little thing. And it is going to be random. I started to just pick who I wanted because I'm like, this is my domain, right? And I can pick who I want. But I thought, in the interest of fairness and sovereignty, because who wins this might just need a boost of some sort, and I don't want to, mess with God's plans with that. I don't know, I tie everything back to God, but all right, so I guess I'll go ahead and get started. In my handy dandy notebook, here it is. I'll have to, well, I got plenty of pages to go, but I don't think anything else is ever going to be as good as this journal once I go through this thing. Oh yeah, okay, so let's start talking about this since I already talked about the band. Well, y'all all know my husband Peter. Well, y'all don't all know him, but most of y'all know him or have at least seen him. But if you hadn't seen him, he's really good looking, okay? And that's part of his charm. But all these kids at Caroline's band, in her band, are like totally crushing on Peter, male and female. The guys want to be like him. And I guess the girls, crush on him as well. Hey, Ray. And glad to see you here, buddy. But they like this one kid that he is in the pit with Caroline. He's always commenting. Like one day they were at the middle school. I'm not sure if this was in the summer or whatever. I can't remember now. But they were practicing at the middle school because their school was under construction. So that must have been what it was. And Peter went for a bike ride. And of course he has, on his bike short, the kind of shorts that they wear. I don't know if they're like not the 80s style bike shorts, but they're like some sort of special bike shorts. And he had his helmet on and, his glasses and everything. And, he's very European looking because he's from Europe. So, duh. And so he goes riding over there to the school. And all the kids were like commenting on him and everything. And that one kid, he was like telling Caroline, this is like the other day. He's like, yeah, I was like riding my bike like your dad the other day. He's like, I was trying to look all European like him and everything, but I just think it's hilarious that they just like all crush on him. And of course, Caroline tells Peter about it and he's like, beaming, because who doesn't want to know that people are crushing on him, right? You know what I'm saying? Even if they are kids. I just think it's funny. Let's see. Oh yeah. So let's talk about, some entertainment. Y'all know how I love my podcast, right? Well, I started listening to this one, and I've already gone through it. It's very short. It's only like one season, but it's called Dirty John, and it's about this guy who is basically a psycho, and all of his shenanigans and everything, and it's like a thriller. And this guy that writes for the oh gosh, I'm not liking my reflection, but this guy that writes for, I want to say it's for the LA Times or something, followed this case. It's for real. And anyway, so it's really good. If you like kind of psycho thrillers like I do, I don't know what's wrong with me, or suspense thrillers or whatever. And actually they made a TV show out of it. And I think it's starring, I've been waiting to see that. When does it come on? Oh, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, it's coming on Bravo. I just saw a commercial for it, but I'm not exactly sure when it's coming on. But I think it's starring Connie Britton from, what's she, Nashville or something? Is she in? Anyway, if you don't want to listen to the podcast, I would highly recommend, first of all, that you listen to the podcast, but I would also recommend that you watch the show when it comes on. But I guess, Lisa, the only thing I know to do is like Google it or like look up on if you have Spectrum like I do or whatever. I guess you could probably pretty much do it on any cable or satellite to search it on their guide, but it's good. Okay, so what else do I got about oh yeah, I'll tell this one. I'm talking about media. Well, typically whenever I do a Tuesdays with Tammy, I go and look back at it so I can kind of, well, first of all, cringe. Because I've discovered that I say whatever like 5,000 times. during Tuesdays with Tammy, and I gotta I think I mentioned this before. I need to get a rubber band or something to pop myself. So I quit saying that every time because it's annoying as all get out. But I watch it just to kind of see how I'm coming across and how I can maybe improve and whatnot. But last week, whenever I was looking back on, I didn't watch it all at one time. I'd just go back and look at little snippets or parts of it. And my voice was not matching up with my words or my lips. So I felt like I was like, on the like Godzilla or the Japanese shows where, when I was doing this. Yeah, it was really weird. I couldn't get it to stop no matter what I did. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's not really entertaining media that I'm watching. Yeah, so, and I told y'all how, hey, Sarah Lynn. Go ahead and say it, Tracy. The doctor is in the house. Food 11 or 911. But I've been watching Better Call Saul, and we, went through the whole thing. And then whenever I went to watch, I was going to watch it on demand, and they had removed two of this, one, and then they removed two, and we were like, dang it. Well, first we decided we were going to just kind of skip the first episode, even though it was probably going to be a really good one. And then just kind of go from there. And so when we went to do that, or went to watch the second one, that was gone. So Peter was like trying his best to find the episodes and couldn't find them anywhere. Well, thanks to my enterprising and stubborn husband, because he will not give up on things sometimes, he found the first two episodes, I think. We went through that. Anyway, on this thing we have called Cody. So we're caught up to date so far. And then they do have this thing where it will do like a minute thing where if it's I don't know if it's on Cody, but it's on maybe AMC, because that's where it plays. They'll do like a catch-up thing. So you watch like 30 seconds, kind of like a soap opera. If you hadn't watched a soap opera in 20 years, I bet right now I could go watch Days of Our Lives or General Hospital, and I'd know exactly what was going on. And I hadn't watched it in 25 years or something like that. But yeah, so we're caught up on that. I'm happy about that. So, and Lori, I did start watching Jack Ryan, and I've watched one show. It's pretty intense, I have to say. And let me tell you, what's that guy's name that plays Jim on The Office? He has really bulked up for that show, wouldn't you say? I mean, I didn't even recognize him hardly. He looks like a man on that show. He didn't look like a man to me on the other show. He was kind of skinny and whatever. But yeah, I can see why you like him now. But I've only watched one because I've been busy, and I've got the Better Call Saul that I've been going back on. But tell me his name, Lori, because I can't remember. I know I could Google it, but dang it, just tell me, because you're in love with him and you know his name. I know that. Let's see. What else? Do I have anything else as far as media or what I'm watching? No, I don't think so. That's it. Oh, yeah. This Is Us. The Young and the Restless. That's what I said, Lisa. You can watch it. It's the same. I mean, let's see. Who's on the Young and the I don't watch the Young. Well, I did watch the Young and Restless, and I actually did a whole thing on Tuesdays with Tammy when I first started about the Young and the Restless with Mitch and Rachel and all those people. But yeah, John Krasinski. There you go. I was thinking it was something with a J, and I knew it was a weird last name, but I couldn't think of it. But yeah, I'm liking him on that show. I don't like the language, but it's not as bad as daggum Ozark. So I don't know. I'll see if I'll stick with it. But yeah, the soap operas, man, it's just like you can like catch up in 5 minutes. Let's see. Oh, this is just a weird thought that I had. Victor, Nick, Jack, Abbott, same. Oh my gosh, all those people are Nikki. They're still on there. What are they, 80 now? Lord have mercy. They must have had some plastic surgery for sure. I'll have to look them up. But my insurance agent, listen, my insurance, we have 4 cars now. So you can imagine how much money we're paying in insurance, and 2 of them are teenagers, okay? And it's like, hey, Renee. September, October, I'm eat up with car insurance. And so I'm constantly calling, because I'm like lazy and I don't want to put it in the mail, and I just call and say, hey, can I pay my bill? And they say, okay. And so I told Siri on my phone the other day to call Ryan Walker, and I almost said Ryan Walker, Texas Ranger. And I don't even watch that show. One of my friends had posted about Walker, Texas Ranger. Hey, Roberta, glad you made it. We're back on Tuesdays, not the Defiant Wednesdays. But my friend had said something about watching Walker, Texas Ranger, and I almost said Ryan Walker, Texas Ranger. I'm not like it, I don't know. Okay, so I have Weight Watchers on here. I don't have a lot to say about Weight Watchers today because I didn't weigh myself today because Wednesdays is my weigh-in day. And normally I'll weigh myself on Tuesdays if I know I'm going to do Tuesdays with Tammy, but I forgot to do it this morning. And I like to do it when I first wake up because, you know, that's when you're going to weigh the less, at least. And tomorrow's my weigh-in day, so I'll give y'all an update next week on the Weight Watchers. But I think I'm still doing pretty good on it, even though I've been tempted with so many things. But, you know, I have plowed through my temptations for the most part. I gave into a little bit, not too much. Did y'all know that Pioneer Woman has home stuff? Not home. Well, yeah, obviously everything she has is for your home. But did you know she has like bedding and all that kind of stuff? Well, you know how you get all these suggestions on your Facebook page when you're scrolling along, and it says, or it'll show like Walmart or whatever, and it showed these really cute sheets. And I need sheets probably like a hole in the head. Well, I only have like 2 sets for my bed. One, you know, because I got rid of a bunch of stuff, and I was just like, how many sets of sheets do I need? So I scaled it down to 2. And but these are so cute, and it's, you know, you can't buy them in the store, it's only online. And you know, I told y'all before, I'm in a little refresh for my house and all that, so this is going on with my refresh because I've had the same comforter. I have a comforter, and then I have like this quilt at the bottom. I think I showed y'all in my tour that day, but like a quilt at the bottom, and I've had the same comforter, or not, it's not a comforter, it's like a I don't know, like a duvet or something. Nah, it's not a duvet. What would you call it? It's like a spread, I guess you could say. And so would these have ruffles on them, the sheets? And so I'm going to pull them back. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. I don't know. It might be too country, but it's they say they're country, but whatever. I don't know. I like to mix it up. I don't like to be, what do you call it? Typical, not typical. What's the word I'm looking for? I like to think, you know, I like it better when things aren't expected, I guess you could say. Oh yeah, and I'm going to do the giveaway short, probably closer to the end. But if you have to go before I do the giveaway, let me know. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I can just message you and get your information because I need your information. But when I wrote down, like, to remind myself about the giveaway, y'all know what I wrote? Sweepstakes. Yeah, one of my publishers clearinghouse. Am I like giving away $1 million for life and telling 2 friends and y'all all get it too? I'm just a dreamer. What can I say? It's a subscription to a magazine, and I'm like acting like it's a daggum sweepstakes, like it's something woohoo. But you know, you gotta think big in order to get big, right? I mentioned about my YouTube channel. After all of y'all, or a lot of y'all, were telling me that I should do a YouTube channel, and I asked Lori Mandel, my producer, if I could do it live. And apparently you can do a live YouTube thing, but I figured y'all wouldn't go over to YouTube to watch me live, so I'm gonna keep it here because I'm keeping it to my roots. You know what I'm saying? But you can do a YouTube live channel. I mean, YouTube live stream, but I figured out, believe it or not, with all my technological difficulties that I have, I figured out how to post my Tuesdays with Tammy on YouTube. Now, I have one on there before. It's called Tammy's Kitchen Island, and don't look at it because I look like a fat, ugh, my face is so round, and I look like I've been taking steroids, but the camera does add 20 pounds, I say, always. But anyway, I don't know how you get it on YouTube. I guess you just type in my name, but subscribe to it if you will, and that way I'll share the wealth with y'all if I get any. I'm already giving y'all a subscription, so y'all know I'm generous, all right? speaking of that, so Caroline's principal posted on Facebook the other day that if anybody was thinking about getting a new TV, and they had one they wanted to get rid of, that the school was asking if they needed 2 TVs, if you could donate it, because they want to use them for like announcements in the school. And so y'all remember a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I posted, if y'all probably remember this, that I had a TV that I wanted to give away, and no takers. I'm like, what? Are we so, privileged that we can't even like take a free TV? It was beyond my comprehension. But the Lord had other plans, and it was divine intervention, I think, that I did not give that TV away to somebody. So I donated to the school. But I go up there today. Well, first of all, Peter packed it in the box and got all the stuff together for me. And he took it downstairs and put it in my car. And so I get to the school today, and they just built the new school, and they're like remodeling the other part. But I had not been into the front office since they built the new school. And so there was only one parking place left. So I parked in that, and then I go in, and they got this little office where the secretary or whatever is. And the vice principal and some other dude was in there. And they were kind of standing there, hey, Jen. And they were standing there, and they were kind of looking at me like, well, you're up next. And I was like, well, actually, I need a man. I don't know if that was the best thing I should have said or could have said, but I did need a man, because y'all know I'm old school, and I think men should do men things, okay? Like lift TVs and bring them in the car into school. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. That's just how I roll. So I needed a man. And so the one guy, I don't know who he was, but he goes, what do you need? And I was like, well, I got a TV in the car, and I need somebody to bring it in, blah, blah. So he's like, do you need 2 men? Because there was 2 men standing there. And I was like, well, I mean, I guess you and I can bring it in. And I said, but if both of y'all want to come, that's fine with me. I don't care, whatever. And so the other guy goes, well, you asked for a man, so just go with him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, whatever. So then I was like, well, my husband, brought this whole thing out by himself. Yeah, men things, woman things. That's what I'm talking about. Why we gotta live in a world where people want to complicate things? I just don't even understand it, Jen. I mean, let's just keep it. There's men things and there's women things. Not that women can't do men things and men can't do, but you know what? I believe men should be like lifting stuff, and women shouldn't have to if they don't want to. If they want to, go for it. But I didn't want to. Love your need a man comment. Yeah, I do need a man, and I got one, and he's great, and I'm happy for it. But anyway, so I was thinking to myself, well, I did say, my husband, and he brought it by himself, downstairs, no problem, whatever. And I don't think it was all that heavy. But then the one guy was like, can you bring it over here and back it up to the door so we can save our backs? And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I was like, all right, I will. I was like, I only parked over here because I don't want to block the driveway or, whatever. And because it's only one way, you can't, he's like, oh, it's fine, so, but I was just like, all right. He's like, well, what are we doing with this? And I was like, I don't know. Mrs. Bean just posted on Facebook that she needed a TV donation, so I'm donating a TV. I'm like, what y'all do with it? I reckon it's y'all's business. But anyway, it was just kind of funny, I thought. Yeah, and taking out the trash, that's another man thing. And it's Tuesday night, which is trash night. So somebody in my house better be taking that trash out pretty soon, or heads will roll. No, they do it. Okay, so, speaking of school, okay. Now, y'all know I'm not perfect, all right? But I will own up to things if I do things, okay? Like if I'm a certain way or blah, 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 blah. Well, last week I was working the concession stand at the football game. And let me tell you, it was hotter than 40 Hades in there, because it was like 90 degrees outside. There was no AC, of course. And for some strange reason, I think some sort of heater was on in the ceiling. I don't know. But anyway, it was just hot. So if I was not in a good mood, I would have every reason, I think, to be that way, to not be in a good mood. But I was in a good mood, and I was being kind, and whatever. It gets really hectic back there. Hey, Leslie, missed you, girl. I don't think I saw you last week. Of course, it was on a different day, so that's my fault, not yours. Hey, there's my husband. Hang on one second. Yeah. I'm doing Tuesdays with Tammy, and food's in the crock pot.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and there's extra barbecue sauce on the counter if you need it.
All right.
All right, shut the door. Take him out. He'll just be bothering me. Oh, y'all want to see Tuco real quick before you... Come here, Tuco. Come here. He just got groomed. Isn't he adorable? Look at him, Tuco. Look. We call him small brain. He can't look. There he is. Isn't he cute? Okay, bye-bye. Go ahead. Okay, thank you. But anyway, so pardon the interruption. But anyway, so you know, it gets really hectic back there. It's kind of like if you, well, I never did, but like if you worked in like a short order place, you know, like fries on 7, or, you know, need to order fries. Yeah, he is cute, Leslie. You know, jalapeno, or, you know, nachos with cheese, no jalapenos, whatever. We're like screaming and yelling and whatever, blah, blah. So this woman came up, and she ordered a hot dog or a hamburger or something. I don't remember what it was. And we have all the condiments on this like cart outside of the thing. So she said, do you have any salt? And I was like, well, I think all the condiments are on the cart over there. So a little while later, this guy, one of the dads, comes up. He's like, did some woman ask y'all for salt? And I was like, yeah, some lady asked me for salt. And he's like, well, she said some woman was rude to her. Hey, Amber. And I was like, well, and then she says to him, what kind of kitchen doesn't have salt? And I was like, well, first of all, she asked me for salt, but I don't, if she was talking about me being rude, I don't even know where she got that from. And I'm like, incredulously, I was like, someone had the nerve to call me rude. Now listen, if I'm rude, I will own it, because I know I've been rude sometimes, and I repent in dust and ashes. But I know I was not rude to that woman. And this other lady's like, you just can't please anybody. But I was like, or everybody. But I was like, I mean, she's the one complaining about no salt. But I was like, golly, I was not rude. I don't like being accused of something I didn't do. But it was getting in my crawl for a little bit there. And I was just like, I just had to let it roll off my back, you know, like water off a duck's back, because whatever, she thought I was rude, I guess. But I didn't think I was. Oh, well. I'm over it. But I just thought it was a funny story. We're getting to products. Okay, so first of all, I'll start with the good. Lori Mandel, you asked me about my highlighter on my face last week, and this is it. It's from L'Oreal, and it's called True Match Luma Glotion. And I got I think they had 3 colors, if you will, and I got the lightest. I probably would have got the middle one, but they don't tell you in the magazines, like it say get the Lumi Glotion. Lumi Glotion, that sounds weird. Say that 10 times. Which one to get, but I got this one, so that's what I got. And then I was going to talk about this. Well, this is backwards, I think, to y'all, right? But guess who is going to start shipping groceries? Kroger. Got this in the mail today. Hey, Julie. Oh, my goodness. Long time no see. Kroger is now going to start shipping your groceries. So help my family and shop at Kroger and not Walmart for your groceries. Anyway, and if you, it's free shipping on orders $35 and up. There is a caveat, but I mean, they ain't gonna ship $5. You know what I'm saying? You earn fuel points in every purchase, of course, and you get 15% off of your first order with the code SHIP15. So check your area. I got it here in Murray, so I'm hoping that it's going to apply to Murray. If not now, then soon. But check your area. It just says pantry favorites and everyday essentials shipped everywhere, including right here. Now, I don't know if they're going to do produce. It doesn't say for sure, but I'm sure if you go on the website, they will inform you. But if you don't need produce and they don't ship that, then I think it's a good deal. But it doesn't say. It just says pantry favorites and everyday essentials. But around my house, produce is everyday essentials, but I don't know if that's what they mean. So I guess they're CYA-ing somehow or another. Anyway, I think it's a good thing if you don't like to go grocery shopping, because somebody the other day, I don't remember where it was, they were talking about um they didn't like having to go get go pick them up, and I'm like, you know, here you go. There you go. Oh, and the lipstick I'm wearing this week, in case y'all are wondering. Oh, I brought my glasses because I was smart tonight. Again, this is my Burt's Bees that I got on clearance at the Walmart. I do support Walmart because, you know, but not everything. It's called Brimming Berry, just in case you want to know that. And Tracy, just for you, it looks weird. I mean, it looks a little different, the color, but this color is called Up the Ante. I don't know what in the world this has to do with Up the Ante, but it's kind of a purpley magenta violety color, but Up the Ante. Leslie's asking, hey, are they shipping UPS? I don't know. It doesn't say. Let me see. Well, there's a little truck there. What does that look like? Looks to me more like, doesn't look like the postal service, because we have, you know, a station wagon or something for our postal lady or whatever here. So I don't know. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. I didn't write the memo. I'm just reading what y'all know as much as I do now, because y'all know I like to plug things that I believe in. And while we're talking about that, all right, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I love dill pickles. Okay, it is like your big girls also got some of the Burt's Bees on clearance and loved it. Do you think that means it's being discontinued? It's probably just the shade. Ruth Ann, she's asking me about the Burt's Bees. I love it too because it's very smooth. It goes on and it doesn't dry your. You hope it's not UPS. Oh, United States Postal Service. Yeah, me too. Ruth Ann's asked me about the Burt's Bees. I didn't even know you were here, Ruth Ann, so I say, hey, I didn't see you. I don't know because I know Burt's Bees is not being canceled, but maybe the shade, the particular shades, they'll probably like revamp it as something else. That's typically what they do, because I always buy a lot of Burt's Bees stuff because I like it. Thanks, Tracy. You didn't say anything about my hair tonight because I know it looks like crap. This is what you get when you got, you know, fine, that kind of fine hair. Your daughter uses Burt's Bees, so I hope not. No, I don't. No, they're definitely not discontinuing Burt's Bees. I think it's probably like something seasonal, or maybe it wasn't a big seller. Who knows? Whatever. But they're definitely not discontinuing Burt's Bees, I wouldn't think. What was I saying before? And I forgot. Oh, Heinz pickles. Yeah. Okay, I love pickles, right? I drink pickle juice. I think it's good for whatever ails you. And of course, runners tell me that it helps with leg cramps. So if you run, and y'all know I don't run except for if somebody's chasing me, okay? A girl at school begged her mom for whatever my daughter had in her hair. What do you mean? A Burt's Bees something other? A Burt's Bees product in her hair? Tell me what that was. But anyway, I go through like different ones that I'm like crushing on, and my latest crush has been Heinz dill pickles. However, I am starting to fall out of love with them, because you know what? I don't normally do this, but I have written that company twice now, because you know why? The inconsistency of their pickles are off the charts. One day, I mean, sometimes they are like so good. They're crisp. They're the right texture, because it's all about the texture too. It's not just about the saltiness, because I love the salty part. But I got some one day from, actually, I bought them at Big Lots, and that should have been a big clue to me. But the ones I got before, I got them at Kroger. And it has nothing to do with Kroger, I don't think, but it's, or the grocery store, wherever I got them. But the ones I got from Big Lots tasted like olives or something. They were, and not good. And Lisa knows I was talking about, I'm trying to like olives, and I've grown to like them a lot more than I did before. But the way those tasted that were supposed to be pickles, they were not good. And so I wrote them before the first time, and I was like, they were terrible. The texture was terrible. They were all soft and soggy and gross. Who can eat a pickle like that? There's nothing worse than a limp pickle. You know what I'm saying, girls? And so I wrote them, and then they sent me some coupons, right? For like dollars. They didn't even send me like a free jar. They just gave me like $1 off. I was like, you people. Because like, I know if somebody, well, I'm not going to tell y'all that because y'all be calling the hotline and getting free stuff. So I'm not going to get somebody in trouble. But anyway, so then I wrote them again about the the other ones I got. And they were like, oh, we got your request and blah, 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 blah. And then they write me this other email. Oh, sorry, we accidentally sent you this email about something other, some big, I don't know, smoke and mirrors thing. And they never sent me any more coupons. And then I got one. Okay, so then I got some the last time I went grocery shopping, and they were not that good again. They were limp and kind of whatever. They were edible, but they were not their finest. So I was like, well, I'm going to wait and see if that batch, it might have been just that batch. Because you know what? I'm diehard if nothing else. You know, I'm loyal if nothing else. And so I got some today. Sadly, you love first world conversations. I know the inconsistency of pickles. Say that to my face, you limp pickle. That reminds me, I'll tell you a story about the first world in just a second. You know, we're not trying to be all serious up in here, Ruth Ann. So every time I want to call you Chris, because her name is Chris Ruth Ann Drew. But her name is Ruth Ann, but I always want to call her Chris, and that's not her name. That's her husband. Anyway, yeah. So I'm about to break up with Heinz because I can't. You know, I will be loyal, but if you do not deliver, bye bye, Felicia. What was it? Oh shoot. Dang it, I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. So I was going to say something about the first world. This is not what I was going to, I mean, I had something else, but then I'm going back to the first world thing. Oh, you have to hop off. You have a little that needs a bath. You look, oh, you're funny. Well, Lisa, you're on my list, but I will let you know if you win, okay? Because I hadn't drawn yet. But it'll be totally random. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you when I see you. Anyway, so the other day, well, some time ago, I posted on Facebook something other. I forget. Y'all know me, something silly probably. And somebody made a comment like, you know, it would be a first world problem. And I said, well, you know, in my defense, I live in the first world, right? And, you know, I'm just joking around, whatever. I mean, that person didn't care. So then like a couple of weeks later or a month later or something other, I posted something else. I don't remember what it was. And I said, yeah, I know first world problems. And before you say before you say anything, I know it's first world problems, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. I live in the first world. Now, y'all, if y'all know me at all, y'all know that I care about people and I have compassion, and the first world people and anybody that doesn't have what we have, I feel sorry for them. I mean, I donate. I've been taking care of a compassion kid for years and years and years, and not to toot my own horn, but I have a heart, okay? And I understand the plight. But, you know, this other person posts like some article, and I scanned it, but it was like, before you post anything about first world problems, you need to read this because you're a terrible person for saying things like that. And I'm like, really? Are we that so, whatever, got a corn cob so high up our bahonkas that we cannot take a joke at all? Is everything off limits? Because I'm not demeaning anybody in the first world, but people, please have some humor about yourself, okay? It's a joke. And the fact that you have to explain that something is a joke is pretty ridiculous in my estimation, but that's just my soapbox, okay? Oh, well, you can agree or disagree or whatever, but I just had to say that. Let's see. What else? Well, that's all I got written down. Let's see, I think. Lori Mandel, you didn't tell me. People be crazy. Yes, they are. Lori, you didn't tell me if you produce anything this week. I didn't go back and look at your other email because I figured you might have something else, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about. Oh, and thanks to all of y'all. I still got to go back. Amy Fender gave me something about crepey skin, and Jeannie gave me something about crepey skin. Oh, you've been driving, couldn't answer. You driving right now? I hope you're not driving right now. That would not be kosher, dill pickle. See how I did that? I'm so witty. Oh, Lord. Oh, goodness. You have some stuff for next week. Okay, so y'all have to wait with bated breath what Lori Mandel, my producer, has for next week, okay? So be sure and tune in. so that you don't miss all of the fun. All right. Oh gosh, I'm diffusing some citrus fresh or something back there, and it smells so good. Do y'all use essential oils and diffuse them? Because I'm a fan, big time. Y'all know that. I think I've talked about that before. I'm sure I have. All right, so I talked about all my products. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Yeah, football's not been very good to me so far this year. And I've got some Georgia fans on here and some Clemson fans, but you know, I'm still holding out for my Gamecocks to do me proud. By the way, speaking of which, do y'all think, those of you who are football fans, yeah, Ruth Ann, they do need to lighten up. That's why I'm here, you know, to get people to change so they will lighten up. I mean, don't be so serious all the time. Now, be serious about the right things, right? Soccer, Atlanta killing. Oh, she's talking about soccer. I don't know nothing about no soccer. You know that. You mean football? But I forgot what I was saying. Something about lightening up. We should all do that. Take my advice and lighten up. Dang it, what was that? Oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say. I was listening to this podcast earlier, and it's like a funny one that I listened to, and one of them is an Aggie fan, and the other one is a Mississippi State fan, and they are like diehard. I mean, I'm nowhere near to the level that they are. I mean, they completely. I mean, I watch football and I understand some of it, but I don't understand it like they do for sure. And she'll watch, like, she recorded the Clemson and Aggie game because she was in Chicago and couldn't watch it. And she's watched it like twice now from start to finish, you know, and she watches all the, you know, message boards and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, so one of them said, okay, say you're on Twitter, and she's talking about the other lady who she was using her as an example. And she said, say Melanie's on Twitter and she says, hey, getting ready to watch my Aggies, you know, play Clemson, or well, let's just use that since they just played them. And, you know, blah, 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 you know, gig 'em, because that's like their slogan. And she said, do you think it's appropriate for someone to say roll tide on your, let's use that for example, on your Twitter feed or whatever it is, because you're like talking about you're talking to your football base. And they said no, that you shouldn't say that. And she said it would be one thing if you said like, you know, I'm pulling for our team, y'all good luck or whatever, if they're opposite teams or whatever. So what do y'all think? Y'all think that's rude to go on somebody else's, like when they're posting about their people, their football thing, you know, and saying gig 'em, or like we say go Cox or whatever, roll tide, whatever people say, to bust out. She's like, well, you wouldn't say if I was talking to you in real life, like, yeah, the Aggies are playing Clemson tonight, then you wouldn't go roll tide. She's got a point. So I kind of agree with her, but I have to mind my P's and Q's, see if I do anything like that, because I can't stand, you know, for people. I mean, let's not be rude in football too. Of course, I know people say, you don't think that's rude, Leslie? She was just saying, like, not if they said something about their team, but like using the slogan on their thing. I don't know. That makes sense to me. I mean, I don't know. You're a PETA. What's a PETA, Lori? I don't know what a PETA is. Yeah, I'm not cool like y'all. I have to Google these things. Oh well. Let's just not be rude, is what I'm saying, with our football or anything else for that matter. And don't do it at a concession stand. It's not rude. Football is built on smack talk. So if I'm talking to you, Ruth Ann, do you follow a team? If I'm talking to you, let's say you follow Kentucky, because we're in Kentucky. Oh, yeah, dadgummit. Ray told me that before and I forgot. I have to remember that. Okay. So Ruth Ann, if you come up to me and you say, hey, Tammy, I'm so excited. I'm going to see Kentucky play. Who would Kentucky play? Missouri, let's just say. And then I go Cox. You don't think that would be weird? That's what she's talking about. I don't think she would have a problem if I said, oh yeah, well, South Carolina's playing Clemson this weekend. That's not what she's talking about. If somebody's like going, like, you know, whatever, and then you say go Cox to them, I don't know, it's kind of awkward. Maybe that's what she meant. I don't know. Everybody's got their own opinion. You know, opinions are like something else. Everybody's got one and they all stink. Go Gamecocks. Woohoo. You know, that's right, girl. All right. Well, that's not all I got. Look at that. Oh, I got a bruise. Where is it? Got a bruise on my arm. Not unusual. All right. Well, without any further ado, I'm about to, and I see that everybody's here that was here last week, and I should have said must be present to win, except for those who came in and had to leave, like my friend Lisa. I'll cut her some slack. So I'm hoping that whoever appreciates this the most and who wants it the most gets it, okay? So let me do this as fairly as possible. Oh, the suspense is killing me. And the winner is Amy Fender, and she's not here, I don't think. Amy, there you go. I will have to get her current address and email her, or set that up. All right, y'all. That's all I got right now. And listen, don't forget, go to YouTube, subscribe. Since y'all taught me into this, I'm in it to win it now that y'all taught me into it. Laura Mandel, were you here for my I know I still call her Amy Estes. I cannot call her Amy. I mean, I call her Fender. Just like Lori Mandel. If you look at her name, it's Lori Mandel Wheeler. But to me, Amy Estes is Amy Fender and always will be. And I know she's Rick and Amy Estes on the Dumaflachi, but I don't care. She knows I love her, and I will always call her Amy Fender. And Lori Mandel. And Leslie Jones. I just can't like change. I can, but I don't want to when it comes to that, because oh yeah, and Lori put I will tell this. She tagged me in oh, Roberta, you got to stay for this little story. And thanks for coming. But Lori tagged me in a thing about Tammy Jordan. I know I'm Tammy Jordan, right? I'm not Tammy Placer to you, but she tagged me in this thing, like this was our text messages. Remember how we used to, write our notes and like fold them so, precisely and all that, and pass them in the halls and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, that was our text messages. Well, I told Lori, and she knew this because I called her one day, or were you texting or something? I was like, my mom, I think, found them at her house like years ago, a whole box of our notes, not just Lori, but our other friends too, that we had passed in school. Oh my gosh. Well, half the stuff I didn't even understand anymore, because we would be talking about like so many different boys. I'm not going to read them here, Lori. I don't even know where they are right now. They're somewhere in storage, like whatever. I would not embarrass you like that. Well, maybe I would, but hey, Pam. But I was like reading them one day, and this was like some time ago, and I was like, who was this boy that somebody was so devastated about? Because I think we used some sort of code name, or she called him something that probably was not very flattering. And I was like, who was this person? Because he was so detrimental at the time, like madly in love and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm like, I don't know who this person is. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of other things. And of course we talked about, how sucky our classes were. And I think MBF. Yeah. I think Lori wrote me every day in her Spanish class. And yes. How about Lolo and Tammy Joe? That's what we called each other, Lolo and Tammy Joe. Wendy Dillendeck coined me, I think, being called Tammy Joe. And she sang the song, Tammy Joe, please don't say no, oh Tammy Joe, whatever. Oh my gosh. Joe is not my middle name, by the way. Yeah, Lori was always brokenhearted. I was brokenhearted because, well, I was kind of brokenhearted too, but she was always breaking up with somebody. I was brokenhearted because I didn't have a boyfriend except for one, and he was well, we won't talk about that. But anywho, Lori wrote me, I think, in every Spanish class. And to this day, she probably doesn't even know how to say, where's the bathroom in Spanish, because she was writing me. And probably in every other class too. It was so fun. I just really pity the children of the day these days, that they don't get to do, they don't have all these same, you know, things. Of course, they're going to look back and say whatever about texting, I guess, but they're not going to have a text correct baño. ¿Dónde está el baño? And I didn't even take Spanish. And see how flawless my Spanish was? You were just stupid and picked all the bad ones. Oh, gosh. Was there a good one, Leslie? For real? I mean, I can think of some good ones now, but that we went to school with that turned out good. But not back then. Yeah, you're not going to be saving a text message on a phone like, you know, we have paper. Like I have a memory box up in my, wherever it is in the house somewhere. It's somewhere. But maybe I'll get Peter to pull that out and give you all a little taste. I would not, Lori, do anything to embarrass you, okay? But Leslie, do you remember always going, see, now listen, my mom would never like go to like Augusta or anything. That she might as well have been going to Egypt to go to Augusta, okay? And I remember Leslie would go over to either the Augusta Mall or the Richland Mall and get those little gummy bears. Do you remember that, Leslie? I thought that was the coolest thing. You'd go over there and get gummy bears from the Augusta Mall or whatever it was. This will be the forgotten generation. Pix not being yeah, it is kind of sad, isn't it? Oh, well, what are you going to do? You don't know what you don't know when you're 17, 18, 19, right? Or in my case, 45. Not that I'm 45 or anything. Yeah. So, okay, well, I'm going to wrap this up because it's 51 minutes. I haven't seen my husband all day, and I do like seeing his good-looking face when I can. And I haven't eaten dinner. I put my stuff in the crock pot today, so it's sitting there. Yeah, I was stupid. Lori, we were stupid together, okay? I don't know. I think I was more stupid than you, but you might think you were more stupid than me. But I think if we got put in a bag and the most stupid one fell out, it would be a big competition. But I think I was pretty dang stupid myself. Oh, gosh. I always say youth is wasted on the young, but we had some good times, though, especially in the 442. And if anybody doesn't know what kind of car I drove, Google, I think it was a 1978. Was it 77? It was a 78 or 77. He stopped loving her today for sure. Black and gold 442, and it was the shizzle. Oh my gosh, I love that car. But anyway, all right, guys, don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel and tell all your friends. And I'll see y'all next week. All right, peace and love.